This house is a blueprint for sustainable architecture. It lies in the Hopewell Nature Reserve near Port Elizabeth, where thousands of hectares of former farmland have been rehabilitated into a pristine canvas. The simplicity of construction by architect Richard Stretton makes this home a clear example of how to decide on space and structure.
Richard, this is really beautiful. At first glance, this home really lends itself to the natural surroundings.
The interior is designed as part of the landscape and part of the house. The central open plan living space is framed by 4 functional areas in each corner, which each have their own views into the landscape, and the central living space opens out into the landscape between those 4 corners in the middles of the house through courtyards.
The style has made it easier to use local materials and skills. The furniture benefits from natural Nguni design. Renewable wood is Richard's preferred resource, and he mixes modern ideas with traditional techniques like riempie.
You've kept the interior quite simple, minimalistic, and you've used quite a few natural tones.
A house like this in such a beautiful setting shouldn't compete with its environment. It should frame the views you have to outside and allow that to be seen from inside.
With so many vast and varied landscapes to look at, art is almost unnecessary.
Oh wow. Richard, this is absolutely spectacular. With all this valley bushveld, there must have been challenges in building this home, right?
There are challenges with building in nature on remote sites in terms of being sensitive to the environment while you're building. We had to deal with quite a steep site and had to ensure that the building is a response to that slope. And we also had to design with consideration of different changing environments and climates in Port Elizabeth. Like this space here that opens out to the north and is beautiful and warm in winter's days, and that space over there that opens out to the valley in the east, which is lovely and sheltered in the hot summer days.
It's the perfect house for every season.
Absolutely. The home provides various environments in various conditions for comfort.
As an award-winning architect, what excited you about building this house?
The client's got a very strong relationship with the land that goes back generations, and there's a great deal of care from the client in terms of how the land is looked after. And these concepts drive how we make decisions about architecture. And we're pioneering here.
Yeah.
The architecture that we're doing is the first buildings that are being built in this reserve. And we're pioneering how we build, how we respond to the landscape. We're almost testing things out to see how visitors respond to the estate and to the architecture.
To preserve water, rainfall is collected for irrigation, and greywater systems recycle this precious resource. Guests can enjoy these tented suites right in the middle of the reserve's diverse environment. Here, you wake up to the sounds of 130 bird species in the wetlands, thickets, grassy fynbos and renosterveld of the area. Kevin Taylor is justifiably proud of what's been achieved here.
Kevin, it's quite unique that you would have such natural environment so close to the city centre.
Absolutely, Lorna. It's 3,000 hectares on the doorstep of PE, and it's really an important asset in terms of biodiversity for PE.
What I love is that this estate is built quite close to one of the only World Heritage sites in the Eastern Cape.
We're a very integral part of that. So from the top of the plains, you can see the World Heritage Site, the Baviaans Kloof. What happens is there's a green lung coming all the way from that Baviaans Kloof into the city, through Hopewell, into the Van der Kemps Kloof. So it is really important green lung for PE.
In building these homes and furniture, the local community have upskilled themselves, and they continue traditional Xhosa ceremonies and plant collecting in the reserve.
What are you most proud of about building this house and also conserving the land?
It's a house that works sympathetically with its environment. It blends in easily and it forms part of the landscape. It also provides for a high quality of living without consuming a lot of energy. The passive design of light, warmth and ventilation works. And nothing is reduced in terms of the level of sophistication of lifestyle that it offers.
Well, cheers to connecting communities through conservation.
Cheers to that.
The only neighbors you're likely to hear are Cape Mountain zebra. If you see eyes at night, it will be a local genet or caracal on the hunt. For nature lovers, it is the best of the good life.